During the late Muromachi period, about 470 years ago, revolutionary Western culture was introduced to Japan, located in the far east of the world. The firearms that significantly changed the style of warfare in Japan thereafter, and Christianity. Francis Xavier, the first person to introduce Christianity to Japan, conducted missionary work for 2 years and 3 months. During this time, he gained around 2,000 converts known as Kirishitan, primarily in the Kyushu region. As a result, Christianity gradually took root among the people in this region. The era is shifting to the Sengoku period. As the power shifted from Oda Nobunaga to Toyotomi Hideyoshi, the state's policy towards Christianity also underwent a significant change. The beginning of the persecution of Christians. Once, Hideyoshi served under Nobunaga and worked hard to suppress the Ishiyama Honganji and the Ikko-Ikki uprisings led by Buddhist followers. He may have feared the presence of Christianity and Christians due to his first-hand experience of the terror when the power of religion united to confront the ruling authority. Hideyoshi ordered the execution of Christian clergy known as bateren and ordinary Christians as a warning to others. This would later lead to the public execution known as the Martyrdom of the 26 Saints. Under the orders of Hideyoshi, 24 missionaries, clergy, and Christians were captured in Kyoto and Osaka. Later, the 2 attendants who accompanied them on this journey to death also chose to join in martyrdom of their own will, and they became known as part of the 26 martyrs, leaving their names in a corner of history. They were executed in Nagasaki, where there were many Christian villages. To begin with, they had one of their earlobes cut off, were placed in ox carts and paraded around Kyoto. One of them, Ludovico Ibaraki, was a boy of only 12 years old at the time. He was a samurai's son who came to Kyoto with his father from Owari, which is now Aichi Prefecture. Ludovico also devoted himself to caring for the sick at the charitable hospital where his uncle volunteered. He wasn't a particularly bright child, but his smile warmed people's hearts, and he was a very lovable boy. There is an episode about Ludovico that goes like this. The 26 martyrs were taken from Kyoto to Yamamoto village in Nagoya, Saga Prefecture, where they encountered a man named Terazawa Hanzaburo. He was the younger brother of the Nagasaki magistrate and was ordered to carry out the execution of the 26 martyrs. Although Terazawa understood the faith of the 26 martyrs, he could not relate to it. Even so, Terazawa treated them with respect. Terazawa proposed to Ludovico, who was still young, that he became his adopted son or page, but Ludovico never once accepted this offer or agreed to it. Ludovico continued to deny Terazawa's condition of renouncing the Christian faith until the end. One of the greatest teachings of Christianity is to live for what is eternally valuable. He had absolutely no interest in worldly freedom, honor, or glory. For Ludovico, what held eternal value was likely the unwavering faith to continue believing until the end without abandoning the teachings of Christianity. The group of the 26 martyrs who departed from Yamamoto village climbed the steep mountain pass and reached Omura Bay. This place is said to be very similar in landscape to the Sea of Galilee, one of the Christian holy sites in Israel. They were allowed a brief rest at this place. They might have been healing their hearts while gazing at this beautiful sea. The group of the 26 martyrs descended the pass and headed from the port of Sonogi to Togitsu. They were each placed on 3 different ships and crossed Togitsu Bay. However, fearing that the martyrs might be taken away in Togitsu, where there were many Christians, the escorting officials made them spend the night on the ship. With their hands tied behind their backs and unable to move, they huddled together for a bit of warmth and faced the final dawn without sleep. The journey of the 26 martyrs was coming to an end. They traveled almost entirely on foot from Kyoto to Nagasaki, covering 800 kilometers in a month. They were not afraid of death. They accepted martyrdom with gratitude for everything that had happened to them. Ludovico, Antonio, and Thomas, the 3 boys, climbed the hill leading to Nishizaka while singing hymns. In the morning, when they reached the hill of Nishizaka, there were crosses placed before them. The time has come. 26 martyrs were crucified on the 26 crosses placed before us. At noon on February 5th, 1597, the blood of Japan's first martyrs stained the hill of Nishizaka in Nagasaki red. In August 1598, the year following the martyrdom of the 26 martyrs of Japan, Toyotomi Hideyoshi fell ill and, while worrying about the future of his young son, departed this world. He left behind a death poem like this: "Like dew I was born, like dew I vanish. Such is my life. The events in Naniwa are but a dream within a dream. My life was as fleeting as the dew. What happened to me in Naniwa was a dream within a dream." The life of the man who survived the chaos of war, achieved the unification of the realm, and reached the pinnacle of worldly glory might have been a constant battle against the insatiable and indescribable desires that dwelled within him. Just as Hideyoshi, who was the supreme ruler of the time, realized that this world is transient and will eventually decay into nothingness, one of the 26 martyrs also expressed the same sentiment in a letter he left to his beloved family. When you feel like you've lost your faith or courage, the words and actions they left behind might gently speak the truth to you, like a fresh breeze from the gaps of history.